Hello everyone, welcome back to PackToSleeve. My name is Justin. We got another box of Ikoria for you today. Alright, so as we've done with the previous boxes, we're going to focus on the rares, the mythics, showcase, foils, and the box topper. Save the box topper for last. And let's go ahead and get started. Alright. Flourishing Fox, that's a good uncommon there. And for our first rare of the box, we get Gigantha the Wellspring. For 4 and 1 hybrid green-red. We get a legendary creature, Elemental Elk, 5/5. Has companion, no card in your starting deck can have more than one of the same mana symbol in its mana cost. And you can tap it to add Wooburg, and this mana cannot be spent to pay generic mana costs. And a Valiant Rescuer foil. Fantastic for those cycling decks. It's your token producer right there. Fight as one. An Archipelagore showcase. Got the crystal and a Zerda the Dawnwaker. It's for 1 and 2 hybrid red-white. Legendary creature, Elemental Fox, 3/3. His companion. Each permanent card in your starting deck has an activated ability. Abilities you activate that aren't mana abilities cost 2 less to activate, and this effect cannot reduce that cost to less than 1 mana. And you can pay 1 and tap it. Target creature can't block this turn. And foil, Blister Spit Gremlin. Alright, ooh, and a Narset of the Ancient Way emblem. Hang on to that one as well. Grim Dancer, and a Yorion, the Sky Nomad. Apparently we're starting out with all the companions. So for 3 and 2 hybrid white-blue, legendary creature Bird Serpent, 4/5, companion. Your starting deck contains at least 20 cards more than the minimum deck size. It has flying, and when Yorion enters the battlefield, exile any number of other non-land permanents you own and control. Return those cards to the battlefield at the end of the next end step. And a foil Void Beckoner. Alright, 3 companions and 3 foils in the first 3 packs. Let's see if we can get maybe a foil companion in this box. Primal Empathy, Swallow Whole, and the rare is Umori, the Collector. For 2 and 2 hybrid black-green, is a legendary creature Ooze, 4/5, companion. Each non-land card in your starting deck shares a card type. As Umori the Collector enters the battlefield, choose a card type. Spells that you cast that cost that type cost 1 less to cast. No foil in that one, but that's still 4 in a row for the companions. These boxes have been interesting, the way they've been ordered and with some duplicates and stuff like that. I think every box I've opened so far has had at least 4 duplicate rares in there. Bastion of Remembrance, and Kogla the Titan Ape. For 3 and 3 green, is a legendary creature Ape, 7/6. When it enters the battlefield, it fights up to 1 target creature you do not control. Whenever it attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls. And for 1 and a green, return target human you control to its owner's hand. It gains indestructible until the end of turn. Alright. You guys run into that duplicate issue as well? Leave a note in the comments. Let me know what all you've been pulling so far. Breakable Bond. And our first mythic is Vadrok, the Apex of Thunder. Jeskai Titan here. So for 1 blue, red, and white, it is a legendary creature elemental dinosaur cat, 3/3, with flying and first strike. Whenever this creature mutates, you may cast target non-creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. And you can mutate it for 1 hybrid white-blue, and 2 red. And a foil Tranquil Cove is our Gainland foil for the box. All right. And Titan's Nest. For one black, one green, one blue is an enchantment at the beginning of your upkeep. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. Exile a card from your graveyard to add one colorless. Spend this mana only to cast a colored spell without X in its mana cost. And our foil rare is a Fronland Felidar. For 2, a green and a white. This is a creature cat beast, 3/5 with vigilance. And creatures you control with vigilance have 1 and tap to tap target creature. All right. Moving right along. Alright, Chittering Harvester Showcase. And our first duplicate is a Titan's Nest. Alright, so it looks like our trend is going to continue. And our rare is the Song of Creation. For 1, a green, blue, and red is enchantment. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Whenever you cast a spell, draw 2 cards. And at the beginning of your end step, discard your hand. Rugged Highland and a Human Soldier token. Alright, has anybody broken Song of Creation yet? I'd love to see the deck list if you have. And for our rare, it is the Labyrinth Raptor. 1 black and 1 red for a Nightmare Dinosaur 2/2 with Menace. Whenever a creature you control with Menace becomes blocked, defending player sacrifices a creature blocking it. And you can pay a black and a red to creatures you control with Menace, get +1/+0 till the end of turn. Call of the Death Dweller, good in the sacrifice decks right now. Valiant Rescuer. And for our rare, it is our first Triome, the Rogren Triome, the Jeskai land. Alright. Last pack in the first column there. See if we can end it with a Mythic here. And it is Offspring's Revenge, the Mardu enchantment. So for 2, 1 red, 1 white, 1 black, it is an enchantment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile target red, white, or black creature from your graveyard. Create a token that is a copy of that card, except that it is a 1/1. It gains haste until the end of your next turn, or until your next turn. Oops. All right. Another Call of the Death Dweller. Boneyard Lurker Showcase card. And our rare is Inspired Ultimatum. 2 blue, 3 red, and 2 white for a sorcery. Target player gains 5 life. Inspired Ultimatum deals 5 damage to any target, and then you draw 5 cards. Alright. Moving right along. Unbreakable Bond. Parcel B Showcase card, and a Yadaro, the Wandering Monster. For 5 and 2 red, is an 8/8 legendary creature dinosaur turtle. Has trample and haste and cycles for 1 and a red. Whenever you cycle Yadaro Wandering Monster, shuffle it into your library from your graveyard. If you have cycled a card named Yadaro Wandering Monster 4 or more times this game, put it onto the battlefield instead. Could be an interesting control finisher in something like Jeskai. Lead the Stampede. Dire Tactics is a good one. And another Kogla, the Titan Ape. And a foil Shark Typhoon. Alright, that's a fantastic foil. So for 5 and 1 blue, is an enchantment. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an XX blue shark creature with flying, where X is the spell's converted mana cost. It cycles for X, 1 and 1 blue. And when you cycle it, create an XX blue shark token with flying. right. Fantastic. And our rare is Lavabrink Venturer. For 2 and a white is a creature human soldier. 3/3, as Lavabrink Venturer enters the battlefield, choose odd or even. Lavabrink Venturer has protection from each of the converted mana costs of the chosen type. And a human soldier. Alright. Pouncing Shore Shark showcase card, General's Enforcer, and our rare is another Fronland Felidar. Alright. So that's already, what, 3 duplicate rares? Migratory Greathorn, we've pulled a bunch of these already. And a Myth of Broxos. For 2 and 2 green is a sorcery, and if blue and black was spent to cast a spell, search your library for a card, then put that card into your graveyard, then shuffle your library. Return up to 2 permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. And there's your Flying Shark token right there. Alright, only 1 Mythic so far, so we're hoping to get a bunch more here. And a Lutri, the Spell Chaser, for 1 and 2 hybrid blue-red, a legendary creature elemental otter, 3/2. Is a companion. Each non-land card in your starting deck has a different name, and it has flash. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, copy target instant or sorcery you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. And a dinosaur beast with trample that's created off of the Gruul dinosaur. Boon of the Wishgiver, and for a rare it is the Sultai Ultimatum, Emergent Ultimatum. So for 2 black, 3 green, and 2 blue is a sorcery. Search your library for up to 3 monocolored cards with different names and exile them. An opponent chooses one of them, shuffles that card into your library, and you may cast the others without paying their mana cost, and then exile Emergent Ultimatum. Alright. And all the Mythics are hiding so far. And our rare is this Sea Dasher Octopus, the showcase version. Very nice. So for 1 and 2 blue is a creature octopus 2/2 with flash, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And you can mutate it for 1 and 1 blue. Companion token there. And there's our second Mythic. It is a Snapdax, Apex of the Hunt. For 1 red, 1 white, and 1 black. It is a 3/5 legendary creature, Dinosaur Cat Nightmare, with double strike, and whenever this creature mutates, it deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls, and you gain 4 life. And you can mutate it for 2, 1 hybrid black-red, and 2 white. And a foil Capture Sphere, which is a limited all-star. Does good work in the blue-green mutate draft decks. There's an Archipelago showcase card. And the Genesis Ultimatum. We've got Teamer one here. 2 green, 3 blue, and 2 red for a sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put any number of the permanent cards among them onto the battlefield and the rest into your hand. Then exile Genesis Ultimatum. A human soldier token. Alright, last one in the center column. And there's a Dreamtail Heron. And our rare is the Ozolith. For 1 colorless, it is a legendary artifact. Whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it has counters on it, put those counters on the Ozolith. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if the Ozolith has counters on it, you may move all those counters from the Ozolith onto the target creature. And there's a cat token. Alright. Hoping for a couple more Mythics here. And there's a Showcase Vulpikeet. And it is the Showcase Indatha Triome, which is the Abzan one. Alright. And a foil Blood Curdle. Always love the Showcase Triomes. So that's always a good hit to see. So hopefully we'll be able to pull a couple more Triomes here before the end. Another rare, another Mythic or two. Almost thought that said high alert. Lord Dracus, and the rare is Karuga, the Macro Sage. It is for 3 and 2 hybrid blue-green for a dinosaur hippo legendary creature, 5/4. Your starting deck contains only cards with a converted mana cost 3 or greater and land cards. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card for each other permanent you control with converted mana cost 3 or greater. Alright. I think I have at least one of all the companions now with that pool. And a Whirlwind of Thought is our rare. So for one blue, red, and white enchantment, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, draw a card. And a foil Flycatcher Giraffid. There is another showcase card, the Pouncing Shore Shark. And for our rare, it is a Lurrus of the Dream Den for 1 and 2 hybrid white-black for a legendary creature Cat Nightmare 3/2. Is a companion. Each permanent card in your starting deck has a converted mana cost 2 or less. It has lifelink, and during each of your turns you may cast one permanent spell with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard. It's currently probably the best overall companion. Yorion is probably the only one up there competing with it. Migratory Greathorn showcase card. And a rare is Kahira, the Orphan Guard, one that I really like. So for 1 and 2 green-white, is a 3/2 Cat Beast legendary creature. Is a companion. Each creature card in your starting deck is a cat, elemental, nightmare, dinosaur, or beast. It has vigilance, and each other creature you control that is a cat, elemental, nightmare, dinosaur, or beast gets +1/+1 and has vigilance. And there's the Gruul Gainland. Alright, and we've got the Necropanther showcase card, Heartless Act, which is always a good uncommon to see, and the Savai Triome, which is the Mardu one. And, whoa, there we go. We got an Alt Art Mythic, Nethroi, Apex of Death. This is the Abzan one. Ooh, that is gorgeous. Alright, so for 2, 1 white, 1 black, and 1 green, it is a legendary creature, cat, nightmare, beast, 5/5, with Death Touch and lifelink. Whenever this creature mutates, return any number of target creature cards with total power 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And you can mutate it for 4, 1 hybrid, green, white, and 2 black. Alright, fantastic. Alright. That was a good pack right there. And for our rare, it is Voracious Great Shark. For 3 and 2 blue, it is a creature shark, 5/4 with flash. When it enters the battlefield, counter target artifact or creature spell. And Dismal Backwater and the Punch-Out counters. And the rare is another Yadaro. Alright, so the trend seems to be holding true. About 4 duplicate rares per box. And a Gem Razor, fantastic. So for 3 and 1 green, it is a beast, 4/4. with Reach and Trample. Whenever it mutates, destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls, and you can mutate it for 1 and 2 green. And a foil Survivor's Bond. 3 more to go. Dreamtail Heron showcase card. Porcuparrot showcase card. And the Mythos of Nethroi for 2 and 1 black. Is an instant, destroy target non-land permanent if it is a creature, or if green and white was spent to cast this spell. And it is a Ikoria crystal foil. And there's your cat bird token. Valiant Rescuer. And the rare is Unpredictable Cyclone. For 3 and 2 red, it is an enchantment. If cycling ability of another non-land card would cause you to draw a card, instead exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a card that shares a creature type with the cycled card. You can cast that card without paying its mana cost. Then put the exiled cards that weren't cast this way on the bottom of your library in a random order, and you can cycle it for 2. Alright, and final pack before we get to the box topper. Another Dreamtail Heron showcase card. Dire Tactics, and the Mythos of Illuna. For 2 and 2 blue is sorcery. Create a token that is a copy of target permanent. If red and green were spent to cast this spell, instead create a token that is a copy of that permanent, except that the token has, when this permanent enters the battlefield, if it is a creature, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. And Scoured Barrens. Alright. And for our box topper, we got Destoroyah, Perfect Life Storm, which is the Everquill Phoenix one. Alright, so for 2 and 2 red, it is a 4/4 creature Phoenix with flying, and this whenever this creature mutates, create a red artifact token that is Feather with pay 1 and sacrifice Feather to return target Phoenix card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. And you can mutate it for 3 and 1 red. Alright, well, pretty solid box overall. But it looks like I am all tapped out for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later.